Salute, 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 people. Appreciate y'all for pulling up. About to try this new cigar right here called Punch. See how this work out. What's going on? What's going on, people? We got your boy here, Jay Quill, All Talk Live. Hit the like button when you enter the building. Subscribe, and if you want to support the channel, you can also hit the Cash App at $J Quill ATL. There you go. We're going to talk about something a little different tonight that affect a lot of men, older men and younger men. Salute, 5-5. What's good with you, bro? Trying to get the cigar lighter right here. You know, I don't even know why I got the ceiling fan on, man. That's just crazy. That's crazy. I don't even know why that ceiling fan is on. That bad, but something I get used to. Yeah, what we're gonna do, right? What we're gonna talk about tonight is something that affects a lot of men. I'm not gonna say just black men, but just men, period, and young boys. You know, growing up, my father died when I was 4 years old, right? The only thing I can remember about my father is looking up at a casket at the age of 4 years old. Just looking up at this casket and wondering what if at the age of 4 years old, right? Certain decisions I made in my life, certain things I wanted in my life that I could never get from my father. Now, I had a lot of uncles in my life. One older brother, no, two older brothers, one younger brother, and a sister. Growing up in the housing projects of Newark. And if anybody know growing up in the streets and growing up in the projects, your mother raised 5 kids by herself. But 2 of the kids that she had by a single male ended up passing away. I was 4, my brother was 5, right? It affected me as a young kid, but I was raised to be men early. We did a lot of wild shit in the streets. We did a lot from my mom's. But when I used to go around other friends' house and I used to hear them talk about kicking their father back in, kicking their mother back in. I mean, especially the father. You know, hearing mother saying that the father was a deadbeat. He wasn't nothing around. He ain't spent time with his kids. I hear the kids kicking his back in. My pop stingy as, excuse my language, my pop stingy as fucking be 100 with y'all. My pop stingy as fuck. He never did shit. All he did was yell, scream, beat my moms. And I just sit back and look at kids like, well, damn. I never knew my father. I'm 48 years old, right? I'm 48. Don't even know how my father looked. Can't even remember how this man looked. I don't remember a smile. I don't remember his voice, his height, his weight, his complexion. All I can remember is people telling me I look like my father, right? That's all I know. So growing up, that's all I ever wanted was a dad in my life. Never had that. Never had that. Then I sit back and a lot of mistakes that I did make. I used to always sit back and wonder, hey, what would my father do right now? What would he say to me? Would he beat me? Would he rough me up? Would he hit me in the side, hit me in the chest? What would he do? I would never know that. That's why when I hear how people on YouTube and kids in the street disrespect their fathers, and like I tell my kids, don't do that. I always wonder, what if? but I don't have no answers. I don't have no answers right now. And I don't think by the time, it's my day to go, my day to leave this planet or leave the earth, I will never know. But a lot of y'all will know. Salute, Angie. A lot of y'all will know, but I will never know. That's why I bring this topic up, because I sit back and I listen. I don't say much. I sit back and listen to the moms, and they tell their kids, they sit back and they tell their kids, I don't talk about his father to them, but you talk about the father around them. There's a difference. There's a difference. It's a difference than telling the kid your father ain't shit, but being on the phone with your girlfriend, your mama, your aunt, even a hating ass man, telling that man that the father ain't shit. There's a difference. But see, y'all don't see that. Because as that young man get older, that shit affects him on how he move in life, how he navigates in life. But y'all don't see that. So while y'all sitting back tearing the man down to the child, or not directly to the child, in front of the child, while y'all on the phone, y'all at family members' house, you got your girlfriends around, you in the street, but the kid is sitting there listening to everything you say about his father. Then you get to the point where, as though you might tell that kid, go sit your ass down looking like your damn father. Boy, don't have me get that belt and beat you looking like your damn father. Boy, get the hell out of my face looking like your damn father. Y'all see what I'm getting with this, right? But see, it goes on a lot in the urban community. And I know it goes on in white families and Asian families and, Jews, Chinese, Hispanics. I know it goes on. But I know what went on in my house. I used to get ass whoopings because I look like my father. And I used to always wonder, Mom, why you putting your hands on me? I never seen this man. I don't remember him, but I'm getting an ass whoop because I look like him, because I act like him. I'm structured like him. I'm built like my father. But I used to get ass whoopings for this shit. I used to get ass whoopings for this because I look like my father. That's all I ever wanted in life, was to see this man. Not even a picture, nothing. I contact family members. I talk to them. They can't tell me shit, but you look like your father. Now, I'm supposed to believe this. Growing up as a young man, I'm supposed to believe all of this shit. I think if I would have had him, I probably would have did things different. I don't know. Probably would have did things different. But I don't know. I love my kids. I have 6 kids, 3 girls and 3 boys. I love all my kids. Maybe growing up, my father told me, boy, you can't keep doing this shit. Boy, you got to stay with one woman. But I couldn't, because I grew up under my mom's. And growing up under my mother was a good thing, because being a parent, it don't come with instructions, right? Being a parent don't come with instructions. No, I wasn't abused as a kid. Nah, I was bad as hell. I have 3 brothers. We fought a lot. We had slick mouths, very arrogant little ass kids, because my mother brought us up. So she brought us up under her ways. So we did a lot of foul shit. Ran the streets, we hustled, did a lot of shit in those streets. Knock on wood, never did no jail time. Thank God for that shit. I thank my mama for that, because I think all those ass whoopers she gave me kept my black ass out of jail. I truly believe that. Them was some ass whoopers I got, because that was bad. But growing up, I wanted one of them ass whoopers from my father. I think if he would have put his hands on me and beat me as a young man, I think I probably would have took a different route with this shit. That's why I be trying to explain to women when I deal with, I don't have a problem dealing with women with kids. But when I try to explain to women with kids, you can't talk to them boys like that. You can't treat them boys like that. You can't talk to them boys about their fathers like that, because what's going to happen is you're going to do something to the kid head. So when he grow up, he going to be like you. She's gonna be just like you. I got ways like my mother. She raised me. She raised 4 boys and 1 girl. I got a mouth like my mother. I cuss like my mother. I'm a truck driver, but I cuss like my mother. So it's crazy. But I know I got ways like my father. But I didn't see my father. I was brought up through the Nation of Islam, Muslim. So my father's family was Jehovah's Witnesses. So can you imagine growing up Muslim and they had to bury your father as a Jehovah's Witness? So they kept my mother outside the church, the Kingdom Hall, and let me and my brother come in to view the body. We was too small to see over the casket. Kept us out because of religion thing. So that religion kept the family from explaining who my father really was, because my mother was Muslim. My mother converted my father. But since they wasn't never married, they gave him a Jehovah's Witness funeral. So they kept my mother out, but they allowed me and my brother to come in. So a lot of secrets that was going on at that time was hidden from me and my brother. I didn't meet my family on my father's side until I got to high school. The sad thing about it, I was going to high school with my family on my father's side. I went to high school. I went to Barrington High School in North. So can you imagine going to school with family members with different last names that you didn't even know growing up? Can you imagine that bullshit? Can you imagine your name being called over the school intercom, not even knowing that you going to school with your whole entire family on your father's side, just because the last names was different and the religion was different? Can you imagine that shit? I don't mean be blowing smoke in your face, but that's how I grew up in the streets, man. So moms was angry. 5 kids, different fathers. So she was angry. So we had to wear that shit. I don't think no young man should have to wear the pain and stress that a mother gives the young men about their father. When you start dumping all that shit on these young men, that stress, the anger, the low self-esteem, and you start kicking them young men in the back, you know what's going to happen? The young men going to run wild. And when they hit them streets, they ain't going to stop. And you wonder why them young boys out in them streets running crazy. It's not because the father didn't want to be there. It's because the yelling, the screaming, the arguing, the beating that you put these kids through and make these kids choose sides. When you make your kids choose sides on what parent they should pick, these kids gonna run wild, man. See, there's a lot that go on that y'all don't sit down and talk to these young kids. That's why when you got young men and they do hit the streets, they find the streets as a second home, because the home they thought they had wasn't really there because the father ain't there. Now, when the father leaves the house, like I said, most of the fathers leave the house. They don't leave the house because they want to leave their kids. Nah. When I left the house in 2004, I didn't want to walk away from my kids. I couldn't stay there and go through the abuse of not, because see, abuse can be from not even speaking to each other in the same household. And the kids are seeing that the mother and father not getting along. They sees this, they witness this. That's abuse of his own, just quietness. And the kids are looking at the mother and father like, damn, why mommy and daddy ain't speaking? Why mommy and daddy ain't sleeping in the same room? Why mommy and daddy ain't eating together? We used to eat Saturday, Sunday dinners. Why they ain't doing that no more? You know why? Because there's a lot being said that the kids don't even know, man. Salute, Tazo. Salute, Tazo. I'm going to drop the link. So if you want to come on up. Because I could be sitting here and rambling all night, man. Don't really matter to me. But I just want different. If you're a female, you want to come on up and you got something to say about this topic. If you're a male, you want to come on up. Come on up. We can talk about it. It was just the whole fact of, he called it silent treatment. Yeah, silent treatment is a form of abuse. Hell yeah, it is. And my kids had to witness that. It got to the point where as though I'm living there because of the way I grew up. You know, and I think not having a father in my life, I think I could have treated my relationships a whole lot better. I truly believe that. But watching the way my mother, you know, handle her male friends, it taught me not to really trust anybody. It taught me how to have a hard shell with women, not expressing myself more, not being, because I'm not affectionate for shit. I'm going to keep it 100. My daughters even tell me that. I'm not affectionate to save my damn life. I wasn't never taught that shit. Nah, I was taught at the age of 4, when my father died, man up. What's going on, Bonnie? So at the age of 4, my mother just said, man up. Ain't no man here. Y'all gonna have to be the men. Y'all gonna have to carry the household. So 4 young men at the time, from the age of 4 until I am now, all I ever did was work. All I ever knew was to carry the household. That's it. But as far as being affectionate to women, I've never been that. I think that's why I have 6 kids. I've never really been affectionate to women. Always kept everything inside. That's so that I ain't got to tell you, so I ain't got to worry about you throwing that shit in my face. Always been like that. Always been like that. Now, I've been the one to show you love, but I ain't never been the one to be in love. So there's a difference. I can show you love, but I can tell you love, but I wasn't taught how to be in love or how to fall in love with any woman. So I can always tell you I'm in love with you, but I never was in love with you, because that's the way I was brought up. I was only brought up to take care of mama. That's it, my mother. That's all. She raised 4 boys to take care of her. That's it. So every girl that we brung around, man, shit, she got your ass out the door. You couldn't be in my house for no more than 5 minutes. My mother wasn't having that shit. So that's how it was, man, growing up. That's how life was growing up. I ruined a lot of relationships like that. A lot of relationships. Because I wouldn't open up to a female. I could say more if I was afraid to open up, or I just had a hard shell growing up. Hold up, Fifth. Hold up.
What up, J.
What up?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, hold on. I had you on
my daughters even tell me that.
On my
I'm
phone.
That ain't. I wasn't
on my Bluetooth. So now
what's going on, J World?
On my computer. Now I was listening to what you said. You know what I mean? You know, as we had talked earlier, You know what I mean? And it's I feel you on all that, man.
Hey, what's going on, Lady Key?
And you know, for what happened with your father is like, that's sad, man. That's a shame, man. I feel for you, man. Just to have your last memory be like at the funeral, and you can't even see in the casket to even, you know, see what he looked like, man. That gotta be like tough, man. And you know, as we was talking earlier, I said I was going, you know, come with it, but it's like a lot of times too, you know, when we have like, you know, just say you didn't have money, you know what I mean? Like something I never had, you know, like if you grew up without money, you know, we will romanticize and we will think of the best of what the thing we missed out has to offer. Now, with a father, it's like that don't really count in what I'm saying, because not having a dad, you can't really spin that into a positive. You know what I mean? There's no, I mean, could be some bad that outweighs it, but
what up, Quill and Melee?
There could never be better to not have than to have. But like me with my mom and not being there, like, you know, I looked at other dudes that had their mom, and, you know, the mom making their favorite meal, and, you know, like they mom teaching them like, you know, that girl ain't for you, she ain't no good. I know what a good woman is, you know what I mean? Like I be looking at the things that I missed out on because my mom didn't raise me. And you know what I mean? That like gave me issues throughout my whole life. You know what I mean? I be wondering, am I a faithful dude because I didn't have a mom? Like I would tell people, man, you want a good man that's gonna love you and ride with you. Find one that didn't have a mom, because he's looking for a woman to be a good woman in his life. So he's going to try to treat her right because he never had a good woman. You look at the dude that didn't have a father and had just a mother, he will dog a woman out, because what can a woman do for me that my mother didn't do? Because my mother was my everything. She was my mother and she was my father. Because my dad wasn't there, she felt bad and she overcompensated. She loved me no matter what. So the only thing a woman could really give a man is like, you know, sex. You know what I mean? Like my mama wash my clothes. My mama do this, and you find a lot of that.
Yeah, same thing.
Let's see Melee. Let's see Melee like this, man. When I used to be around, when I used to go around my people and they had their mother and their father, yo, man, I used to hate them motherfuckers, man. I hated on dudes that have fathers, dog. Swear to God, man. I used to manipulate their ass, man. I used to put my hand on niggas just because they had a father, dog.
Damn, bro. For real?
God, that shit, it was rough growing up, man.
Man, everybody I grew up around didn't have dads, bro. I can't tell you one person that had their father in their life, bro. We all came from families with just single moms, bro.
But see, the thing is this. Now, coming from you know, my mother did a great job as a single mother. I'm not gonna kick her back for that. My thing was him dying when I was 4. I couldn't understand that shit, man. I couldn't understand it. You know, I couldn't understand it, man. I couldn't, man. So dudes sit there and talk about their pops, man. Man, I used to go the fuck off, man. I used to go off, man.
Yeah, because you had that pain still. You didn't know what it was like having your dad around.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, I know for me, bro, it's like I kind of grew up on my own without a dad. Like my dad couldn't really do nothing for me, bro.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, it's like I got so used to him not even being around. My dad was running the streets. My dad was a dope boy and shit, so I just kind of got used to like it'd come days I'll forget I even had a dad, bro. I'm like, oh shit, I do got a dad. You know what I'm saying?
Cause man, growing up, right? And dudes asked about my father. I made 1,000 excuses who he was.
Damn.
1,000 excuses who he was, what he was doing, where he was at. He was a millionaire because I was a kid. So I ain't know no better, man, because I wanted my father to look better than anybody else's father.
Right.
But never understood this shit, man. Didn't understood it, man. So I ran circles, man. And my mom, she just was basically like trying to make us be men at an early age. It got to the point, man, she had to fight her boyfriend.
Damn, bro.
Had us, man, had us fighting or putting our hands on them, man. Going in their pockets
That's
and
another
everything.
thing. That's another thing too, man. With some of these single moms when we was growing up, is it like me? I could tell you, for example, for me, right? That's where my temper came. My temper came with my mom's first boyfriend. You
Yeah,
feel what I'm saying? So I didn't realize how bad my temper was until that dude, bro. Because the way he'll look at you when he was mad at you, how you doing? The way he'll look at you when he got mad and trying to discipline you, and little nigga, yo, I ain't your dad. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference when you got a dude in the household that ain't your pops. You feel me? And he think he about to discipline you, or when he get mad, he talk to you a certain kind of way, and it made me feel like, yo, that's when I started getting mad and really started like have anger. Because growing up, we was the young dudes on the block, so we really didn't have to do too much, running around being aggressive. So my first encounter of being aggressive as a youngin was with my mom first boyfriend. She dated for 8 years and shit.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? He would come around and he'd try to be somewhat of a male role model and shit, or a male figure, but it just we clashed with him, bro. We clashed with him, and it just like the way he'll talk to you, the way he'll look at you when he was trying to discipline you, it's like he was trying to belittle you. You know what I'm saying? No
yeah,
matter how much you try to play a stepdad role, man, and that shit can really like fuck up a youngin' mind when you got a dude that's not your dad coming around trying to discipline you and put his foot down. He really want to smack the shit out you. It ain't like some dad. You know how your dad do it out of love, but some niggas like, man, you a little nigga to me, and that's how they treat you. Now, next thing you know, you building up anger. That's what a lot of dudes in the neighborhoods, bro, in the hood and shit, that turn into killers and street dudes. A lot of them niggas just be having anger on their heart, bro.
yeah.
They walking
Let's
around
see
frustrated. They got
what's going
anger. They
on.
got depression. You know what I'm saying? They got anxiety, mental illness, dog.
See, it's like this, man, right? Now, as I started having kids,
You
I
there?
started reading my kids' mothers, how I grew up
Right,
without no father, right?
right,
So
right.
they started using that shit against me and not letting me be the father I need to be to my boys.
Mm,
Now, when it's to the point where as though that's like right now, if I call my 11-year-old son right now, hey, what's going on, Jacob? What up, Dad? Hey, Dad, what you doing, Dad? But then when I call his mother tell me, well, your son need a father in his life, right? And I'd be like, yeah, I'm here. I ain't going to. I've always been here. So I say, well, let me come over and talk to him, right? So I come over. I say, come in, do this for me. She'll tell me she want me to 11 years old. She want me to baby him, but she'll tell me you can't do this, that, and the third. But they turn around and tell me my father teach him how to do karate. My father teach him how to box, teach him how to fight.
right.
So where's my job at in this shit? My job come in, you want me to treat him like a little baby. He 11
You
years
don't.
old. He 11 years old. He had 5'6". We're size
Damn,
11. Come on, he ain't no kid. Ain't no baby. He's still a kid, but he ain't no
that's a
baby.
man, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That's a man. And
Mm-hmm.
that's the thing. You can't allow the female to tell you what your role is. You be the role. You be the role model, and you know what I mean. You do what you do as a dad, bro.
Yeah, but now
'Cause-
this the thing. It's hard to do that sometimes. Now we go back and forth the court. But when you got to sit in court, they got a white man telling you, a judge telling you how you can act around your kid with supervision and all this old wild shit. When you go to court, they
right.
start crying and whining, and the judge tell you, well, we gonna set up a parenting thing and y'all get to do this and do that, and he control the narrative. Your kid is sitting there watching that,
Mm-hmm.
but the mom's not thinking that this is mentally
Right.
mentally messing with the little kid's head. So now he getting around the mother. All of a sudden, now he's the man, talking to me like he the father.
He what? Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It should have made no sense, man.
He see how his mother talk to you or talk about you. Like even my son, right? He looks much in his head, but he look at it like his mom is like the authority when it comes to us three. You know what I'm saying? Like he looking at it like when I'm with him and shit, and I gotta drop him off. Yo, Dad, we can't be late. Mommy's gonna be mad. In the back of my mind, I'm like, I don't give a damn if your mom gonna be mad. And sometimes it slip. Like sometimes he'll say something, but I don't want my mama to be mad. I don't want my mom to be mad at you. Cause when she around him, she be like, tell your dad, your dad need to stop this, your dad need to stop doing that. But in my mind, I'm like, yo, you ain't my woman, you ain't my mom. But that's his mom. So I understand why he feel like she's some type of authority, but he by accident he rubbed it off on me. Where he wants me to feel like I should be afraid of his mom too. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I got respect for her because that's his mother, but there is no like you're not no kind of authority over me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's mutual. I'm his father, you his mother. And women, some women that try to do that, bro, where they'll try to be the authority in the parent relationship, where they'll tell you what's going on with the kid or what's gonna happen or what school he going to or you feel what I'm saying?
But you know what it
But
is
then
too?
when a father step away, they be looking at what?
See what it is too, Taz, was like this. The reason why now some women act the way they act because their father was in their life, but they seen their father do a lot of bullshit. Then they bring that shit onto you when it come down to you, try to manage your kid, right? Now we go back and forth the court for child support.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is this: when you sit up in the courtroom and you're trying to explain to the judge what it is, they got a habit of letting the mother spin the narrative. Once she start crying
Mm-hmm.
and start asking her certain things,
Mm-hmm.
they put restrictions on the father on what you can and cannot do.
Right.
Now, explaining to her what I wasn't, my father died when I was 4, right? So she get in front of my son and bring the same shit up. Like, why your father want to be around you when his father died at 4? He don't know how to be a man. So she tell my son this shit.
Damn, bro.
So when I get
That
my
should
son,
be
he be
wrong.
piecing to me. Yeah, it be wrong. But then when I go talk to his mother, she sit there in front of me and say, "No, you a motherfucking lie. You a lie. I don't talk like that around you." But my son is sit there and say, "Yeah, you hold discussions about my father with your girlfriends on the phone."
So he
But
hear
see,
all
when
that.
you do that to a child, you mentally fucking up the child head like that.
Mm-hmm. But you know what they're doing? They're trying to win the kid over, bro. It's fucked up. You might not think this shit go down like this, bro. Well, a lot
Oh,
of
I
these
know.
mothers are try to win they'll try to win the kid over on purpose or on accident. You know what I'm saying? So they'll try to, cause I feel like all moms like this though. You know what I mean? They don't want the kid to side with the father over the mother. You know what I'm saying? So they'll do little shit or say little shit. That way the kid will side with them in an argument or, you know what I'm saying? Cause my son, he used to just be like, yo, Dad, I want to live with you. I want to be around you. I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? But
Uh-huh.
then
The phone bring it up.
I noticed a change in that because he put mom to where she kind of like, oh, you don't want to da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? So now I notice he don't say it no more. You see what I'm saying? Because when you say that type of shit around your mom, instead of your mom saying, you know what, it's okay for him to be naturally attached to his father. She gonna try to sway his mind to where he don't want to be living with his father. Now I like being in my mom's house. I like being around my mom. You know what I'm saying? But we don't do that as fathers. We don't do that as fathers, bro. You know what I'm saying? I know I don't. I don't try to sway my son's mind when it comes to his mom. I don't even talk about his mom when he around.
Hey, see, Lady Key, I understand what you're saying, right? Simply recorder. You say it to Lady Key. I went to court with a recorder, text messages. The judge threw all of that shit out and told me, you a man, handle it a different way. Do everything out. Do everything out. Some judges would not let all of that go down. They just do the shit out. It's crazy. But when you go to court, especially if you go to court without a lawyer, if you go to the court without a lawyer, this New Jersey, man. I don't factual. I don't know how PA work, but I live in PA, but the case is in New Jersey, man. So long as that case is sitting in New Jersey judge is gonna run circles around you, man. And the crazy part about it is every time you go to court, they up in your child support. When you walk in there, they up in your child support. So most of the time, you really don't be wanting to go as a man. I don't care if you're a black man, white man, Chinese man, or Spanish man. You go to court, they're gonna up it on you. They don't want to hear that. I've been going through this shit for a long time. I just think it's because me not growing up with my father made shit a whole lot like harder. Like I had to get a harder shell just to deal with life. That's why I'm not affectionate when it comes out of my kids. Now the only judge that did switch with me was in Patterson. He wasn't trying to hear the shit. See, the thing is this too. You know, a lot of females, not a lot, but some females, they don't really want to. It's like this: when you're emotionally attached to a man, some women don't want to let go, so they'll fight you to the bitter end, and they keep fighting you to the bitter end. Even if the kids are standing there, the kids are around, they would straight up disrespect you in front of the kids. Knowing that I'm not the type of man to put my hands on females or disrespect females, they do it because they know this shit already. When a female know you ain't gonna take it there with her, they'll try their smartest to provoke you, and they won't stop.
But you know they're gonna lock your ass up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You even flinch at it.
Be going through this shit for a long time, bro. All I know how to be strong, bro. That's
we gotta go on that, man. We ruining each other, bro.
Yeah.
We ruining each other. We ruining families like that, bro. Everybody is playing tit for tat. She trying to get back at you. You trying to get back at her. Next thing you know, man, the kid in the middle of this shit, bro.
Yeah.
The kid be in the middle of this shit.
That's like one day, right? Check this out. I set my son down. I was talking to my son, right? Mm-hmm. And I was explaining to him, I said, at the end of the day, me and your mother never got married. Mm-hmm. We was only friends, but I didn't tell him the other stuff. I said we was only friends. It came about to where as though you was born. So he went back and told his mother, Daddy said y'all weren't never married. She flipped out so damn bad, man. She dipped off. I ain't see it for like 2 months, bro.
Damn, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Gotta be careful with some of these women, bro. Gotta be careful. Even with your son, you know, sometimes kids talk without even knowing they talking.
I know.
They got diarrhea at the mouth, man. My son to sit there and tell me, Mommy told me not to tell you that blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? They don't even know they doing it.
Uh-huh.
But we just gotta stop doing it, man. We gotta create better parent relationships, yo. Like me and my BM, like we ain't the best of friends and shit like that, but we've been better. That shit was real crazy at first when we first split. Man, dog, that shit was so. We was still toxic and weren't even together, dog. We sitting here arguing about little shit. Like just now this week, she hit me up. Yo, when I sent him over to your house for clothes, I need you to send them back. I'm tired of you not sending back clothes that I sent over there. And I'm like, sure. All you gotta do is politely
Hey,
ask.
Lady Kid, you want to come up? You can hit the link.
All you gotta do is politely
Because I want
ask,
to hear a woman's perspective on this too.
yo, send me back these clothes. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I've been looking for them. That's not what they do. They make that a big deal. They make small things a big deal, bro. And next thing you know, you got a bad relationship with the mom, and that shit affects the kid, bro. Cause now the kid know that you and mommy beefing.
But see, this is the crazy part. Now my son will tell me like this. He'll say, Dad, I want to talk to you, but I'm afraid mommy gonna find out.
Right.
Then if mommy find out, then I'm gonna get in trouble. Now my son, she came back to me one day, right? He was like, I need to talk to you. So I'm talk to me about what? Did you tell our son I got multiple personalities? Well, I said, why? She said, because one day you saying you love my father, then another day you hate my father, then another day you telling me you married my father. And I think all three of them is wrong. So you do you have multiple personalities? She flipped the fuck out, bro. Tell me I do this to confuse him. So he don't act like you. Mm-hmm. What I'm saying is, man, a lot of these females, you got to stop doing this shit to these kids, man. Especially young men. Especially young men. Don't wait from age 1 to 15 and then call the father and tell the father, well, now you need to be a father to your son. 15 years, he like you now. You see what I'm saying? 15 years, he got your ways. He got your thinking skills. He got your attitude. He got your mood swings. He got everything like his mother. So now you want me to come in and break down that wall to show him how to be a man. I asked my son, you big, you want to play football? No, I don't want to hurt my brain. You want to play basketball? No, I need my knees to stand up at school.
That's his mom.
He got an excuse for everything.
He talking through his mom, yo.
Exactly, bro.
Or she talking through him. You got to be around him more, bro. And you got to be real like stern with him.
I'm gonna tell you like this, Tazo. My son go to school 6 days a week, right?
Right.
For the last 2 years, I've been leaving PA, driving 2 miles down the north, taking him to school and picking him up on a Saturday for the last 2 years. Mm-hmm. Before the COVID kicked in, we ended up going to court.
Right.
We left out of court in January this year, right?
Right.
Went up in the courtroom and told the judge I didn't do a motherfucking thing.
Damn, bro.
I showed the judge all the receipts, all the gas receipts, the mileage and everything, because I keep everything, because I'm a truck driver, so I keep all my records.
Right.
The judge looked at that and told me that was your job. That's what he told me.
All right.
That was your job. Man up. Regardless, that's what he said. Regardless which one of you parents is in his life, you're going to pay the child support. And whatever y'all choose to work out, that's on y'all.
Know what he said to you?
He said to me.
Bro, they do. I'm telling you, bro, they do dads dirty, bro. You know, when I was going through my custody battle, man, like everybody around me was telling me, man, bro, just do what she say. Do what she say. If she go to court, the judge gonna give her everything she want plus some. Everybody, even dudes was telling me this. Even dudes was like, man, look, the judge is gonna give everything in the female's favor, bro. Don't even try it. I'm like, no, I'm gonna get a lawyer. They're like, don't even try it, bro.
It ain't worth it sometimes.
They said you just got to get the better deal of the fucked up situation.
Yeah, that's it. And after the better deal, you know what I got?
What?
$80 off the child support. Outside the courtroom, I was 100 deadbeat dads.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, in front of my son. In front of my son. When I went to go hug my son, he pulled away and said, I'm going with mommy.
Mm-hmm.
You know how bad that shit hurt, bro?
Because they've been brainwashed, bro.
Him pulling away from me is me watching my father in the casket, and I couldn't even touch him, bro. That's how I looked at it.
You know, it's sad, bro. It's really sad, man. They get brainwashed, man. And it's not right, yo.
No, it ain't right, bro.
Because you know what? He gonna grow up older, and when he get his own mind, it's gonna be two things. He gonna either resent his mom, or he's still gonna hold a grudge against you. But you just gotta wait and see when he get his own. Because right now, his mind is still his mom's mind.
Yeah.
It's a branch off of her. But when he get his own mind, like me, my mom said all this shit about my dad. She was right though. But when I got my own mind, a lot of things made more sense. I seen both. I seen what she was doing wrong, and I seen what he was doing wrong. So I was able to analyze the situation from my own mind, not what she always telling me. You see what I'm saying?
All right, factual.
And
yeah.
I felt the way about some of the shit my mom was doing, even though she was right on a lot. But I felt like, damn, it's things that you could have did right. It's things that you could have did different. You know what I'm saying? Even though that you did a lot of right. And when it came to my dad tried to make a bunch of excuses. Like, yo, your mom this, he tried to throw all the blame on my mom. Yo, your mom this, your mom that, your mom. And I'm like, shit, I don't know who to go with. All I know was what happened.
Exactly.
And you shouldn't have to choose, though. You shouldn't have to choose who was right or who was wrong. You see what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
That's why parents can't keep on like back and forth. Like, y'all can have y'all, like me and my BM. I give it to her. We have our back and forth situations, but she don't never keep my son from me, or make it to where it's hard. I can get him. Like, she easy with that part. I'll give her that because she know I'm a good dad. She know I take care of my son. But it's still coming times where it's like I can tell I can tell when he been brainwashed by her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's been a time when he was like, it's like sometimes when I'm strict with him, he
Uh-huh.
was like, I want to go back to my mommy's house. I'm like, why you want to go back to your mom's house? Cause you being mean. I'm like, I'm being a dad. I'm being your father. I'm disciplining you. You got to understand. In the long run, you gonna understand why I'm doing this. See, your mom, she might let you get away with this or let you do this, but I'm not gonna let you get away with this. I'm not gonna let you do this because in the long run, you're gonna be thankful for this. And I let him know why I'm doing this and why I'm disciplining him. So, because a lot of moms, and not just women, not just moms, but like, because some moms aren't like that. But you got some that are.
Yeah.
They're afraid to discipline their kid because they don't want to turn their kid against them and look like, oh, you're the mean mom. No, it's called being a mom. It's called being a parent. You gotta discipline.
Exactly. This shit ain't come with instruction papers, man.
Yeah.
Being a parent did not come with instructions, man. It don't.
And I'd rather my son respect me than for him to like me. Because when a kid like you, that means they really don't have respect for you. You want your kid to have respect for you. You know what I'm saying? Because you can have your kid like you all day long and then don't got no respect for you.
See, Tazo, it was so crazy growing up, man, that having kids, I wasn't ready to be a father, but I kept having kids, bro. And I kept running.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't trying to hear shit, man.
You were scared, bro.
Kept running, bro. But at the same time, still making kids, man.
Yeah.
And it's easy for somebody to tell you, don't make none that you can't take care of. But then when you're dealing with certain women that telling you that I'm on birth control, I got the depot shot, I ain't trying to have no kids. And then when they pop up with these kids and you in a whole nother relationship, then they want you to come back that way. You can't. Because you got another kid over here. I tell you, man, with no guidance like that, man, that shit fucks up a young man's mind because all you know is that you trying to find a perfect woman to be that perfect father. And then when that shit don't work, you keep moving until you get to the point where as though now you got daughters is asking you. And all I could do is be honest and give them game. I think that's the only thing that slowed me down was my daughters, man.
I hear that from a lot of dads too, though.
Mm-hmm.
I hear a lot of dads say that.
My daughters slowed me down.
Yeah, be like that, man. Salute.
What up, Fifth?
Salute, brothers, man. Salute, J. Chris. Salute, Tazo. Salute to
What up,
everybody
Phil?
watching. Hit that like button. Yeah, man. This shit real,
Now,
yo.
Fifth,
What's popping, bro?
now you grew up with your mother and father, man. How was that situation? You ain't got
I
to
grew
get too personal as far as your father, you know.
Yeah, I had my parents till I was about in the household till I was about 15. You know what I mean? And then everything went left from there. But like, growing up, I never seen my parents argue. My parents never fought. That never happened in my household. I never seen that. They never beefed with each other. None of that. My father never called my mother out of her name. I never seen that. My mother, like, my parents were real old school. So what I mean is, my mother grew up being in the house. You know what I mean? Like she was in the house and my father went out there. That's how my mother didn't get her license until she was in her 30s. You know what I'm saying? So when you like, I seen my father last time the last memory I had is when he was 4. So now I'm thinking all the shit that my father taught me from 4 on. And I'm like, damn, yo, that's a lot to try to learn and figure it out on your own. So look
Yeah.
to you for the man came out to be, bro. For real. And to you, Tazo, because the shit you went through too. Salute to the brothers, to the men y'all came out to be. Because now you guys are living examples of what the father figure should be. You know what I mean? Bringing us as a people closer to where we need to be. You good, bro?
Yeah, I'm good, man.
Everybody got mad quiet.
No, his dad's
It,
strong,
it
man.
just,
He's strong.
yo, I salute you because remember I told you this shit the other day on the phone. I salute you actually coming up here, opening up, sharing your real life so we can all learn and benefit because this isn't something you're obligated to do. I appreciate the fuck out of you, man.
I
True
salute you
shit,
too,
yo.
Will. But a lot of people can relate too, though. That's
Yeah.
the thing, though. That's the whole thing about it, man. A lot of people can relate.
That's why I'm appreciating. Look, you finished the sentence before I even got to say it. That's you making my point. There's so many people that can relate to this. There's so many people that can learn and receive help from this. But instead, a lot of people be on some fuck shit. That's what I'm saying. I appreciate what he coming up here. I thank you. True shit.
But see, I tell you one thing, right? Not having a father, and I do appreciate my moms. Don't get me wrong, because for her to raise 4 boys and 1 girl, made sure all of us graduated elementary to high school, me going to college for a little bit. She made a way for all of us, right?
Right.
But we had a woman perspective.
Right.
Now, see, my other brother, my oldest brother, he knew his father, but he knew my father, but I didn't know him. And my younger brother, he grew up with his father until he passed away. Then my sister didn't really know her father, you know. So it's kind of like the cycle didn't break because we all growing up doing the same shit, having multiple kids, other than my sister, but my brother having multiple kids, and just kept in and out of females' lives, man. And I hated the way, I ain't gonna lie, I hated the way I treated them, man, because I fucked up a lot of good relationships because I wasn't affectionate enough. I didn't want to open up. I kept all emotions bottled up. Sometimes I snap and then my mouth start going and it sounded like my mother mouth. I hated that shit. But that's the only way I can use as a defense. So I ain't gotta tell a woman about myself. So then it got to the point where sometimes I was even lying. How many kids I had. I mean, I have 5 kids telling shorties I got 1. Like I said before. Then when I got 6 kids, I'm telling shorties, I had one. Then when they find out I got 6, they ready to bounce. I'm all acting like a simp. But then behind my mind, I was only acting like a simp to stay fucking them, but I didn't want to be with them. See what I'm saying?
Right.
Until I had to then my daughters start going through bad relationships with their little friends. Then I had to break down and explain to them why I was like this.
Right.
My daughter can tell you right now, my daddy don't even hug me like that. They know I love them, but I can't show that.
Right.
Because I still ain't even released this shit yet, man. It's all bottled up, bro.
And you know what's crazy? Like, when it come to me, right? Like, I grew up introduced to sex early. Like, as young as I can remember, I was having sex, bro. And it's not normal though. So it's so weird, right? Like, I started kissing girls and having sex with girls so young that I never even like kissed my mom normally or hug my mom and shit like that because I've been so like sexualized. I've been involved with sex with girls since I was young that like I don't even like kiss my mom on the cheek or because I look at that shit as like romantic and shit. You see what I'm saying? So I never had got that relationship with my mom where I can be real, like real touchy and like emotional with her because I sexualize everything. You see what I'm saying? In a
Yeah.
weird, fucked up way, right? It's like you see most dudes that go kiss their mom on the cheek and shit, and it's nothing. But me, like, I look at that as say I'm weird, but I look at that as weird because like when I'm thinking about kissing a woman, I'm thinking about kissing a woman that you're attracted to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You
You
understand?
know,
Go ahead.
you want to hear some deep shit, man?
What?
I can get with a woman with kids and be more affectionate to her kids than I was with mine, bro. Because they wasn't my kids.
Yeah, because you can easily just disattach yourself from it.
Exactly, bro.
So
See,
what
I've
would
been
you
in
even
that
think
kind of
of?
boat. Check it out. I've been in that kind of boat, but my situation is different. Like
What's going on, Lala?
I I got one kid. I want to say a couple things. Like you know how you said you used to lie to chicks. Like chicks used to say that when I was
Hey, you
single.
should, bro. That's why.
Yeah, the females used to think I used to lie because I only got one child.
I
and
know.
and I
Shay
never
Brown.
understood. Yeah, I never understood why the females would be like, "You really only have one," and I'm like, "Why would I lie about how many kids I have?" I never understood why they used to ask me that. And then it's like you go on and you see how. Let me see. You were just talking about. I do the same shit with the bottling up of my feelings. I was doing that a lot. You know what I mean? I did the same kind of shit because that's how my father taught me. You don't share your feelings, you keep that shit all inside. And then, like what Tazo was talking about, like I'm real old fashioned Puerto Rican. So when we see like our older aunts and uncles, we say something called bendición. I mean, you're basically asking for a blessing and then you kiss them. You know what I mean? So, like, what he just said is real different. I never heard someone say that before. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Yeah,
See,
it's like real.
Shay Brown, you got a point. We are part of our environment. But see, my environment wasn't outside. It was inside the house.
Right.
That's where my shit started inside the house, man. Wasn't outside. Because when I went outside, I was a beast. When I was
Yeah,
inside,
so like that's
I was a kid.
Hey, hey, Shay. To answer what you're saying is the reason why I was so introduced to sex because at a young age I was actually molested by my aunt, bro. So from that point on
Sorry to hear
forward,
that,
I
Tazlo.
already knew what it was. Yeah, I already knew what female and
sorry about
male.
that, Tazo.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah, it's
Yeah,
cool, bro. It's cool, but it opened me up at an early age to sex. You see what I'm saying? So
yeah,
I went from that situation to then I started like playing around with my mom's best friend daughters and shit. So now me and my brother is in rooms and dark rooms with the you introduce yourself to sex with young girls early and y'all watching pornos and you know what I'm saying, shit like that. And now it's to the point now when you become an adult like me, it's hard for me to be emotionally attached to a woman. I
Yeah,
just now got to that point at 25, I was 23 at the time when I met her, where I got emotionally attached to a woman. Because before Shorty Girl, I was just on some sex shit with any girl I ever met. And even now, like, if it's not this particular woman that I love, any other girl, it's strictly sex. I don't want to know your birthday. I don't want to know how your day was. All I want to know is when can we fuck, what time we meeting up to fuck. It's fucked up that way, but that's the way I've been bred it, bro, since as long as I can remember. It was always about sex. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah.
that's why you gotta watch who you have your kids around, bro, because you could have your son around the wrong person who might think your son attractive, even though he a fucking toddler or he a young boy, and introduce him to sex early, and now you wonder why he 12 years old. You know what I'm saying? Getting caught in rooms with little girls. You know what I'm saying? Like why he in the room with such and such little daughter, and they butt naked, and they, you know what I'm saying? And now he at 15 years old. I got caught having sex at 15, bro. Most kids is playing football and basketball and track. You know what I'm saying? I'm skipping school to have sex in ninth grade.
See, my senior year, I had my daughter, right?
Right.
I was introduced to sex my senior year by a Hispanic, but I didn't have a baby by her. And I used to lie a lot, like I was smashing everything.
Right.
But senior year, I'm in high school with my daughter, mother pregnant, and another girl pregnant. Ended up not being mine, but my daughter. But man, even at that time, man, it's like it's kind of hard, bro.
Right.
It's
So
hard coming
check
up.
it. So Peter, like shit, check it. You was talking about how you loved other women's chill. Check it out. So it was an uphill battle with me. I used to bring my baby mother to court all the time to see my kid. I was bringing her to court, and she wasn't coming. Like it was to the point that one time I was in jail, right? I was in prison, voluntarily paying child support every week from prison for 2 years. You know what I'm saying? Like I went through mad shit to see my kid, and she just wouldn't let me see my kid. So when I started dealing with women that had kids, I tried to love them like they were mine because I couldn't see. Even to this day, I still have to fight to see my kid. It was still a process. But now he 18, and it's like COVID. It's like it's a bunch of shit. But trust me, I've been there. I know what you mean when you say sometimes it's easier to love someone else's kids than your own. Like it's easier to identify with them. In my case, I identified with them because I was able, like with my wife, I spent more time with her kids than I have with my son since he's been alive. If you want to be 100%, because she didn't let me see my son growing up. Mind you, it got to the point where she didn't even come to court, and this is like true shit.
So you can't hear?
Like I went through. Yeah, we can.
I don't know, man.
It's so many different type of traumas, yo,
Yeah,
that
it
we
is,
go
man.
through that we don't talk about. You know what I mean? Cause oh man, you emotional. Oh man, yo, you supposed to be a man. Tough up, man. You know what I'm saying? Cause even like growing up for me, growing up around my uncles and my dad, bro, you couldn't cry.
Nah,
You couldn't, bro. Like now, it's to the point where the only time I cry is when somebody I love pass away. You would not see me cry, and crying is actually a normal emotion for most people. They cry when they get when something positive happening in life, with like a new job or a new car, or somebody get married. Like it's not normal to not have emotion. But growing up around a certain environment, they teach you not to have emotion. They actually teach you that shit.
yeah,
What you crying for?
yeah.
I remember being at a funeral, right? And this is crazy. I was at a funeral. You know what one of my aunties told me? God bless her, because she dead now. She said, I'm gonna tell your uncle you was crying. At a funeral.
Yeah, I remember being young when I was bad and my father would beat me. My father would say, "What the fuck you crying for?" And then he started beating me for crying. I went through the same shit, yo. And when my son was growing up, I never said that to him. There was a lot of shit that my father taught me that I made it a point to do a little few times. Cause like it got to the point that after I was bringing my baby mother to court, I had to assign my son his own lawyer so I can see my kid. Like it got bad. And I was like, I'm trying to see him and I'm trying to teach him the little shit that I can teach him when I can't see him. And I'm telling him, any feelings you have, share it. Don't bottle it up. Don't do that to yourself. Cause that's gonna hurt you more than it's gonna help you.
And
You
let
know what
me
I'm
tell you,
saying? Because that's what we're taught to bottle it up. You're right.
let me tell you something, man. It got to the point sometime where I used to look forward to getting beat. My uncle's a prize fighter in North. He boxed all his life before he went to prison. I used to look forward to getting beaten by my uncles, just to know I was getting beaten by a man, because I was, bro. I was. It's kind of like I was looking like them like as a father figure, you know. So I didn't have a problem with that. They was toughening me up, and I always thought if I got a beaten by my uncle, maybe this how it would feel if my father hit me. You understand what I'm saying? Because
Mm.
at that
Yeah,
age,
you are identifying with discipline of a father would give a child. Yep, I got you.
yeah, because my mother used to beat me. That wasn't enough for me. So when my uncles came around, that right there made me tough and it straightened me up. My mother didn't understand that. What's going on, Kiss Guy? How you doing, bro? Yeah, you can get on. You wanna come on? Come on, man. Hit the link, bro. I'll drop it one more time. You know, it's for anybody, man, female. You wanna come on up and talk about it? Come on up, man. I ain't got no problem with that.
Who you got coming up here? What's the name?
Kicks God. Tell you, that's how I used to be growing up, man.
Yeah.
Like I used to fight, like me and my brother, we used to fight a lot because we didn't have a father in the house. So we fought because of that shit, man. Hey, show your face real quick, man. You ain't just show your face one time. You left. Yeah, but that's how they used to fight all the time, man. It just got to the point sometimes we fought so much, man, that our names was in the street, so you already knew what it was.
Yeah, bro. And I don't know, man. It's part of being black in America, though, bro. We go through a lot of trauma, man, and we normalize it, bro. That's the crazy thing. We normalize our trauma.
Hey, what you got to say, man?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
This kicks God.
What's going on, brother?
It was good. This
So,
is a great topic. I want to say salute to Tazo, salute to you, and 5/5.
uh-huh.
Uh, I grew up. My mom,
Salute to
my
you.
mom sent my mom sent me to live with my father at 10 years old. My
Uh-huh.
dad, my dad's 6'2", 250, and he come from Alabama. He was like one of them tough guys. He was a Muslim, and I used to ask all my friends. I used to always say, which one do you think is better, to not have a father or to have a father that was abusive?
Yeah.
Like, my dad was the kind of dad, he was the kind of person that say, do as I say, not as I do. I will give him this. My dad worked hard every day. My dad never drank, never smoked. But my dad was the kind of man that would call you dumb and stupid every fucking day. And he would try to break you. And then if you didn't listen to him, he'll beat you. So I was afraid of my father because I seen my dad beat up men that was bigger than him. So I knew I didn't have a chance.
Yeah.
But I say all that to say I respect my father. I think he did his best. But on the flip side of that shit, you know, why do us as black men we don't have compassion for each other? like my dad didn't know how to show nothing but tough love. It was like I just had to do what the fuck he told me to do. I'll tell you something he told me when I was 13 years old, and this is what made me never quit at nothing in life. My dad, we was at work. My dad was a contractor. My dad, he was a bricklayer. My dad told me if your throat was on fire, I wouldn't piss down your throat to save your life.
Damn.
I was 13 years old when he said that, and I ain't do nothing wrong. But he used to always do that kind of shit. But, I always look at it like shit could have been worse.
Yeah.
And I know that shit sounds terrible, but that's how I feel because, dude, I grew up in Oakland. My brother got killed. My sister got killed. I lost my mother.
Sorry to hear that, brother.
My dad told me he wanted to be tough on me
Damn,
because
sorry to hear that, my guy.
no, it's all
Yeah,
good.
man.
But my dad said he was being tough on me because he didn't want me to get into the street life. So even to this day, me and my dad just don't got no good relationship because it was like, damn, I looked up to him, but I felt like he hated me. So I never knew how to have that balance with him, but I respect him for just raising me, trying to do the right thing, because I'm pretty sure he was trying to be better than his father, but my dad was a fucked up dude.
And see, that's the question I ask myself too. You know, not having him because he passed when I was 4. That sometimes I question it too. Like, would he be a great dad or would he be an abusive dad? I question that too all the time, man. But the thing is, I'm not an abusive person. Far as I can say, far as physical, but I was abusive by the way I used to talk to women. Like I used to go to fuck in, man, because it was so much pain growing up in a household just with my mom's and how she handled her relationship. I used to bring that shit to females, man. Just by just tearing them down with emotions and just having like Tourette's moment and just cussing the fuck out for no reason, bro. I used to do shit like that.
Yeah, you know what? I think it
I
kind of
realized
like
where it came from.
because
Go
I
ahead.
dealt with a situation with my mom's, because my mom's pretty much called my dad and told my dad to she didn't want to take care of me no more. So I dealt with abandonment issues, and then my mom had a boyfriend who didn't have a job, and she was letting him live with her. So I felt fucked up as a kid, but as an adult, I like how like when you're young, people don't talk to you about this kind of shit. They
Yeah,
don't tell you, oh, this happened, so this is why this had to happen. It's just like when you're a child, motherfuckers don't want to talk to you. But as I like tried to assess it as an adult, I think my mom just wanted me to be with a strong man because she couldn't handle me. But to see my mom be with like have a boyfriend and he wasn't shit, so she could handle him being there, but not me. And I was a child. It fucked me up. And I think as an adult, that's why I still, dude, I make 6 figures. I'm a good looking dude. I got my life together. Dude, I still have problems with women because I don't trust no fucking woman.
yeah,
So, and then with my father, man, I'm about to be 40 years old next year in May. I'm like, damn, I'm 40 years old. I'm still having father issues. My dad got an attitude with me because I didn't come to my grandfather's funeral in Alabama because I couldn't take off of work for the to go, and I was gonna go, but I
what's going
just
on?
I started a new job and I
Real,
couldn't
real
go.
close. Now go ahead, go ahead. I hear you, brother.
My bad,
No,
man.
no, no, but I mean,
My bad. My
I just
phone
feel like
bugging, yo.
we.
My bad.
Oh, you good?
Yeah, go ahead, next guy, go ahead.
No, I just so I feel for all the brothers who feel like what would it had been to have a father. I know my end of it because I talked to my friends about it, but I look at my little brother. He not my biological brother. He was my step brother, but he want to be the best father he can be, and he great with his kids because his father didn't want to have nothing to do with him. And my dad was his stepdad, but my dad was mean to him too. And he just said he didn't want to be that way. And that motherfucker is, man, I respect him so much. He like one of the best fathers I ever seen. I don't have no kids. I'm afraid to have kids because I'm afraid to be a bad father.
Yeah. Man, that's deep, bro. That's deep. But that's why we up here, man. That's why I came up with this title. So a lot of men who going through this, we can try to either build and help each other through this, man. Because it's therapy to me, bro. Believe
Yeah.
it.
I swear to God, Tazo, you might not know this, dude. I see you with your kid, dude. I'm happy for you. And
Thank you,
5 5,
bro.
I don't know like how well your relationship is with your child, but we don't even know each other. But I watch you guys, and that shit just touched my heart. I see Tazo, your son look just like you, and I could tell you want to give your son the best of you. And dude, that's like, dude, I hella support that. And I know I don't know you, and Jay Quill, I hear you talk about your kids, and when Miss Donna was talking about your kid, dude, when you went off the way you went off, I knew you loved your kid, and it ain't. They always act like black men, we ain't good fathers, or
Yeah.
we don't love some woman, dude. When we love something, dude, we love that shit to the max, and we'll kill for that shit.
And even like in the public's eye, like where's the image of a black man loving his kids?
Yeah.
Like you don't see it. You don't see it on posters. You don't see it on commercials. You don't see it on toy. I mean not toys, but like kid diapers or anything kid related. Like there's like they don't think black men
It's not
even
publicized.
they
I'm
don't
saying
think
it's not
black men
publicized.
love. Yeah, it's not
Yeah, it's
publicized.
not
They don't think black
publicized.
men love.
I agree.
They don't think black men love, and they damn sure don't think black men love their kids. They think we're abusive men. They think we beat on our women. Like I've talked to white people and Hispanic people and Asian people. They look at black men. This is the reason why they don't. This is the reason why they tell their daughters not to date black men because we don't work and we beat on them. That is a stereotype outside of our race when it comes to black men. That we're lazy and we don't like to work, and that we're abusive. We beat on our women.
And all of that shit is false. And did you guys watch Power when Ghost Son killed his father? To me, that was a terrible image. Hey, no matter how much, hey, you
Hey,
know
how
what?
you doing?
My dad disrespected me and abused me. I would never kill my father under no circumstance. You know how like certain shit you just in life you just won't do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I would never put my hands on my parents. I would, dude. My dad is bigger than me. I'm 6 foot 210. My dad's 6'2", 250. And if my dad punched me in my jaw, I would have to take it. I would never put my hands on my father. Is like my father. My mother is like sacred to me.
Yeah, I mean, to be
Those are
honest, man, like
facts, man.
that,
Those
that
are that. Let me
like
get in for a
even
second,
like in
Tazo.
the even like in the Medea movies, right? What is Medea? That's not Medea, but what's the dude name? Terry, whatever his name is, right? He paint the black man to be cheaters and abusive men. So when you think about people that's outside of our race and why they look at black men the way they do, because look what even we perceive ourselves to be these type of people, right? But when they see me, like when I'm in Walmart, I'm in the mall, or I'm out in public with my son,
You talking about
the
Tyler
world
Perry?
stops. Yeah, Tyler Perry, thank you, bro. The world stops and look at that black man with his kid, loving the fuck out of my son, showing him true, genuine love. The world always stops and congratulate me and say, and they smile. I can see the smiles on their face because they look at it and they say, wow, that's a black man that loves his kid and his kid loves his dad. But they be surprised to see that because a lot of the times they see most of the time where you got these hood rat kids with these hood rat dads and the kids walking around and acting like thugs and shit. My son don't act like no thug. My son don't act like no ratchet kid. My son is all about being a child, man. And we gotta continue to breed kids like that. Like my little cousins and shit. They come up like little hood niggas. Like
What's going on?
we gotta stop that, man. We gotta change our generations. We gotta change the generations behind us. My son don't got braids. My son don't. You feel me? He don't be sagging his pants. He don't be cussing. He a kid.
Yeah. But Tazo, whether you
Yo,
think so or not,
salute to that
you
example. Hold up 1 second. Let me say something. Yo, salute to that example that you set. And I want to tell you, Kick Scott, Nick Scott, I don't know how to say your name. I don't want to say it wrong. Yo, I appreciate the compliment you paid us, man. And I appreciate everything you said. Damn it, I don't know what happened. I appreciate everything you said, man. I appreciate you coming up here and sharing your story. True shit, yo. I just wanted to say thank you and I appreciate you. I hope and this is get them comebacks. I hope you heard everything I said. I appreciate you coming up here. I appreciate you thanking us. I appreciate you for the compliment you paid us, and I appreciate you coming up here sharing your story, bro. Because the more stories we share with each other, the more enlightened we come, and the more better calculated steps we can make. In other words, the mistakes that our predecessors have made, we have the opportunity to fix those. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Denise Bird, I believe in self responsibility. Now, I tell you one thing: the relationship I have with my kids now is better than before. Like now, my daughters think they my father, they my mother. Now, my daughters think they my mother. So it's better now. But then it was crazy. Then I started looking at other people with kids, and I started changing my ways when it came down to how I deal with my kids. You know, and my oldest brother, he taught me a lot too because the way he handled his business with his son. And all I want to do is better now for my kids. But like Tazo said, the way society put the black eye over the man when it come down, the black man come down to dealing with your kids, it's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Yep.
That's like Father's Day, right?
And it's like a surprise to the world, Quill, when they see you out and about being a good dad or just being a dad. They're like, look at that. It's like almost seeing a unicorn. They treat you like you're a unicorn. They like you got to see the smiles. I mean, I know it's genuine though. People like to see a good father-son relationship in the bond, but it shouldn't be like to the point where it's like, damn, y'all acting like y'all never seen a father-son bond. Like this is normal. It should be normal, but it's not normal because most people look at black fathers as absent fathers,
Yeah.
abusive fathers, and just aggressive and just you know what I'm saying, mean ass dudes and just hood niggas. You can't forget the hood niggas who come around and just buy Jordans and
You're
KK's
right.
custom.
Hey, yo, fathers in the hood. You're right.
Hey,
Fathers in the
factual
hood.
action.
That
If you
shit.
want to come up and pick it up, you can, bro.
Fathers in the hood. That shit ain't publicized. You're 100% correct. They make it seem like it's a dinosaur, like it doesn't exist. Like I know plenty of black men that are their kids. You know
Well,
what I
listen,
mean?
Pip, I know.
I know a bunch of black men.
If
I know
I can
quite a
get
few that took
each
the
one of you
check it
females
out.
to
Listen,
come up
check
and
it out, Tazo. I know
respected
dudes
point.
that took their baby mother to court and took full custody of their children. True shit. They don't talk about that.
Right, right. And when I say be a father, I don't mean just be there and buy Jordans and buy new clothes. I'm talking about teach, discipline.
Exactly.
You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? Because I see dudes that think let me take a photo op with my son, and yeah, happy birthday, son. No, that ain't being a father. What have you taught that little boy? What have you disciplined him on? You know what I'm saying? What are you guiding him on? You got to be a role model. Like all that stuff. All that stuff means something. I know a dude right now. I'm cool with. He got 5 kids, and some dudes think this shit cool too. Being young with a bunch of kids. I don't know why, but whatever. He got
No, they
five
ain't cool.
kids, and I see him online, and he's taking pictures with his kids, and all his kids throwing up little, not gang signs, but like little hand signs, little rock and roll signs, and I'm like, yo, why would you want your kid to be in pictures throwing up? That shit is prepping them to be gang members. Because now when they get older, they're gonna actually want to throw up real gang signs and make up gangs and go be a part of a gang. Just kill that thug mentality now when it comes to your kid. That way, when they grow up, they look at the thug nigga as a weirdo, as a low life. Instead of them growing up wanting to be a thug nigga. Like my nephew, not my nephew, my cousin, my little cousin, young dude. Already got braids in his hair. He be in pictures throwing up little gang signs. Not real gangs, but like little fake gang signs and shit.
That shit is cute.
He be thinking that shit cute, and his mother think it's cute too. Like, yeah, I got me my little hood son, my little hood son. You know what I'm saying? Like, instead of having this little boy grow up to want to be like some productive, you already breeding him to be a hood baby. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the police look at you like, okay, I'm gonna be locking him up when he's 15. And then you get mad when the police pulling up on the block, putting your little 14-year-old in handcuffs. Well, the police looking at you. You a prospect. I already know I'm gonna be locking your ass up because you look like trouble.
That's like now my daughters, right? Now the K9 of my sons, my son 19 years old, he's at the mall one day, right? And I took him school shopping. Last year's school, graduating last year. And put a different perspective in my head because we talk, I talk to my kids a lot now. I tell them everything I've been through. I school them the whole nine, and I teach them, and they listen. So I took them to the mall one day. I took them school shopping, and I went in my pockets, and I was like, "Damn, son, I ain't got no gas money to get home." He went to the ATM, pulled out $40, and that shit put tears in my eyes, man, because I didn't expect that. And he's like, "Nah, Dad, I gotta make sure you get home good. Gotta make sure you're straight." And he got a little job at the mall at Foot Locker. And that kind of touched me because I didn't expect that for my son. Because when I separated from his mom's, it was pretty much like I was a cash cow. And I got tired of being like that. And for what he did, that just made our bond a little stronger. Not because of $40, but he showed me how much he loved his father, even though I couldn't show that much love back. You understand what I'm saying? And I actually kind of like had me fucked up for a minute. And that made our bond, our relationship a whole lot better.
To me, you know what's the most important part about like a young black boy needing a father? We need somebody to show us how to walk, how to talk, how to act, how to conduct ourselves, how to move, and how to have self-confidence.
Yeah.
Like, to me, like Tazo, I'm pretty sure you instill that into your son. So you breaking a cycle, and I'm pretty sure
There
you
you
all
go.
are doing that with your kids, because it's like, hey, you know what? No, I'm not raising no kids to be this way. I want you to be that way. And then you help them get an understanding, but you build trust with them. And then you look, that's almost like my dad, he didn't go for no sagging and no none of that. He said, dude, I'm not having no kids that look like that. And as an adult, I don't do none of that. I'm a gentleman. I'm respectable. I ain't no I ain't no tough guy, but I don't take no shit from nobody. I stand up for myself, but I know how to conduct myself as a man. And I think so many
Yeah,
young black
to prepare
males,
you for them situations. Yeah, talking about preparing you for the situations that are upcoming in your life that you're not aware of. You are definitely correct.
exactly,
I agree with you.
because you know how like you go to interviews, dude. You can't go to no interview sagging, dude. Looking cool is when you outside of work. When you go to work or you handling business, dude, you gotta look a certain kind of way. You have to move a certain kind of way. And I feel like when you have a strong man or a strong father or an uncle, you need somebody to teach you those things, because if you get taught from the streets, they gonna teach you the wrong way to do things.
Man, listen, man. I like what you said, man, in the beginning of your statement, breaking that cycle. That's the biggest, and I appreciate you mentioning that. Breaking that cycle. We got to
Yeah.
break that cycle, bro. Like my son is not gonna grow up the way. Cause even with me, my mom broke the cycle for us. My father and my uncles didn't graduate high school. I graduated high school. My brother graduated high school. That's all she asked for me and my brother. The only thing that woman asked for me and him was not to go to jail, not to get no girl pregnant while we lived in her house, and graduate high school. That's all she wanted was us to graduate. So the fact that I graduated, I'm gonna make sure my son graduate. I'm gonna make sure my son also has enough finance put away so when he graduate, he can go out to the real world and he can start making some of himself. But that's we get off topic. The whole thing is breaking the cycle. So everybody got to learn when you have kids, set a standard to where you're gonna break a certain cycle in your family. What's gonna be that cycle? What's gonna be that cycle?
Cause and let's
You
and
got to
let's be
figure it out.
honest. Like, I tell you something that my father, I think he struggled with. I was an All-American football player, and my dad didn't come when I signed my football scholarship. He gonna tell me I listen to my football coaches more than I listen to him. I think my father had a small bit of jealousy, but I think we gotta understand. All you gentlemen gotta understand is that, dude, you want your kids to be better than you.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And not only and when they better than you, guess what? That's
Man,
your
Hold
testimony.
up. Nah, nah,
That's
nah. Now, let me fix that sentence. Our objective should be to make sure that our kids are in a better situation than we were at their age. Totally agree.
Mhm.
yeah, because and then and you know what happens when that happens, dude. It's a testimony of all y'all hard work. That's your glory when your kids turn out to be successful. That's your glory as a man to say, I
Now
did what I
think
needed
about
to
it. That's a
do.
temporary. Check it out. That's a temporary goal. Now, if you do that, your kid do that, his kids do that for his kid, and you keep going on, imagine where your bloodline will be 2, 3, 10 generations down.
That's a fact.
That's right.
Hey, Collie Green.
My bad.
I agree
My bad. I'm
with
just
you,
lighting.
brother.
I'm just lighting up
Hey,
some. I'm just lighting up
everything
some comments.
starts at home. Everybody ain't a teacher, man. Every human ain't a teacher. Oh,
You
go
said
ahead, Phil.
every human on this earth
Yeah, you
teaches
got a point
themselves.
there.
No, that's not true, collard greens, because your parents teach you, whoever is your guardian, teaches you how to walk and teach you how to talk. No one teaches themselves how to walk and talk. A baby don't just stand up on his own and start walking.
Because see, Collie Green understand, man. You said kids with their mind clear, but then the kids was born into brought up in a household full of drugs, alcohol, molestation. It turns the mind into a different direction.
And Tazo, can I say something I always wanted to tell you? I know it ain't none of my business, but I saw you, when you was mad at what's that dude's name from Florida, that crazy dude. And I said, damn, I said, Tazo, if you got the opportunity to see him and do something to him and go to jail and something happened to your son when he go to jail, I would just ask you, would it be worth it? Because I'm starting to see, one of the reasons why I don't make YouTube videos, I want to, but dude, I see people just go a little too far
Hmm.
and I'm not really with the games. And I never let somebody words trick me into doing something I'm gonna regret for the rest of my life.
Let
But
me
I just actually
let me elaborate on that. I actually had a situation happen like literally
okay.
yesterday where the shit was really about to go left, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I asked myself the same question you just asked me. Am I ready to throw it all away and risk losing my son and have my son come see me in jail, have my son come see me at a funeral, right? So I had to step away from being selfish. And a lot of times when you become a parent, especially when you become a young parent, you become selfish. Not all, some, right? When you young, and I'm sure Corey might can agree or disagree with this, but you become selfish and you only think about what, because you know when you have a kid at a young age, man, you're not really prepared for that. It takes a long time before you really mature as a man. You know what I'm saying? And at the age I'm at right now is the age where a lot of dudes probably start maturing. Most dudes don't really mature until like 25 years old, maybe 30.
30.
And so
Yeah.
that come with growing up and becoming more mature. But no, I would hate for my son to come see me in jail. I would hate that. I would hate for my son to come see me in a casket. You know what I'm saying? So no, I understand now. I got to move a lot smarter. I'm always on defense, but I got to move a lot smarter and pick my fights and pick my battles a lot more careful because I got a son out here. It's not just me. I have a son, and I got a son that love his daddy. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
you got to think about this too. Like, I don't want him to grow up and say, "Damn, why my dad ain't make the right choice? Why he ain't?" You feel me? Because kids gonna
Yeah.
grow up and they gonna have a mind of their own, bro, and they gonna be questioning a lot. Cause we did. We all was kids at one point. We all questioned, damn, why my dad ain't pick up the phone for me when I was calling him 100 times? Why my dad didn't come see me at graduation? Why my dad didn't come to none of my football games? You gonna ask all these questions. Your kid gonna ask them same questions. So
Yeah.
I respect you asking that question. But yeah, I definitely need to be more. I mean, even my brother say this shit to me all the time. Like, yo, you got a son out here, bro. You got a son out here, and you need to think about that little boy. And stop going off emotion, stop going off. You know what I'm saying? But that come with me not really like I had male role models, but I didn't have mature male role models. A lot of my male role models was hot headed too. They was shooting up shit. They was going to jail. They was getting killed. So I didn't have that role model growing up where it's like, hey bro, come on man, sit down, let me talk to you. Hey, get in the car, let me ride. Let's ride out real quick. Hey man,
Yeah.
all that nigga you got going on, bro, it's gonna be your downfall. You know what I'm saying? I ain't had that, bro. I ain't had that mature role model, so I had to mature on my own. You know what I'm saying? I had to mature going through life and figuring out the right way or the wrong way, but going through trials and tribulations and figuring out. You know what I'm saying? I didn't lost jobs. I didn't lost good women. You feel me? I
Yeah.
didn't lost good friendships off not being mature, bro.
And I only said what I said because I respect you. Like I love the way. First of all, you stand on what you believe in, and I think that's a beautiful thing. But I think we got to put everything in its proper perspective because, like my brother got killed in '94. He got shot like 50 something times,
Mm.
and I thought he was tough. And if he got
Damn, sorry
killed,
to hear that about your brother. I'm sorry to hear that,
yeah. But
man.
I was like, if he got killed, I can't stand a chance in the streets.
You know
But
what? Go ahead. My bad. I cut you off.
no. I was just saying that to say that sometimes we'll make a decision in that very moment, and it can really just change our whole life. And can you just imagine what your son is about? What, 6, 7 years old?
E5.
5. Just imagine not being able to see your son for 10 years, and those
Right.
are the 10 years he needs you the
That
most.
matters the most. Right.
And
And
that's
it,
all
it
that I'm saying because I know, dude, your son is gonna appreciate you so much. And that little shit that people want to be making you mad, when you see your son smile, see him getting
right.
good grades in school, playing sports, and
Right.
y'all vibing,
Right.
dude, you know what you're gonna do? You're gonna break your arm to pat yourself on the back to be like, man, my son fucking love me. And I
Right.
love
And
my
yeah.
son.
Right. And little things count. Like you don't understand the little things that you will miss. Like just like being able to wake up in the same house as your kid. You know, it's just little things that we just take for granted, bro. And we do take that shit for granted. Like it's men in prisons across this country that were killed to be in all of our positions, bro. We all say we got this going on, that going on. Even as fathers, like there's men that would kill to wake up in the house with their son or their kids. You know what I'm saying? It's men out there that would kill to be able to go take their kid to McDonald's or to a movie or whatever. So you gotta not only just live for them, but you gotta be appreciative because you got people that will kill to have your spot. And don't go be where they at trying to prove yourself to somebody or even prove yourself to yourself. Cause sometimes some dudes be trying to prove it. Like I'm one of them dudes. I try to prove myself to myself instead of saying, you know what, fuck trying to prove myself to me or whoever. I'm gonna go out here and be a good dad to my son. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That shit mean more than anything. My son a star, bro.
See,
He a
I had to,
Word.
star.
see, I had to learn the hard. I had to learn the hard way. Being on the block, the middle of the block, hustling hard, and to watch my brother get shot in the chest,
Damn.
my boy get shot in the shoulder, Going home one night, running the streets hard, pull up in the backyard. You got 10 guns on you. And behind every gun, you know everybody by their first and last name. Niggas that you don't grew up with. You broke bread with. You went to elementary, high school, graduate with. Where they take your life over a block that ain't belong to none of us.
Mm-hmm.
And I was ready to give all that up for what? Just to be outside, man. And not even paying my kids no mind, not paying my daughters no mind. Daughter mother coming on the block, cussing, raising up a storm, me not having no care in the world, and got my kids out there watching me on the block hustle. After my brother got shot, I got off the block, started running, started driving. I'm on the block with a CDL license, bro. So I had to make that choice. Once my brother got shot, my boy got shot. It's either gonna be me next.
Like, how
Or
was
me.
that? My bad. I was trying to unmute. I was trying to unmute my mic when you were pausing. It wouldn't happen. And how was that? If you don't mind, if you don't want to talk about that,
But
being on the block with a CDL license.
it just gave
You
me
hear me? About
arrogance.
being on the
I knew
block
I
with
had
a.
something.
Okay.
It gave me arrogance because I knew I had something more than what everybody on the block didn't have. But being out there with them, playing with guns, selling drugs, running through multiple women. Then I got my kid, my baby mother's bringing the kids on the block. I'm acting like a damn fool, like I don't even know they there, man. So was it something to
Yeah,
I
I
know
understand. I understand.
I couldn't live off that, but I wasn't ready to let it go until that happened. Now, what if they never got shot? What if I never got ran down on? What would I be today? I don't know, man.
But you know the best thing about
So now I got a question. So now imagine if go ahead, because I'm always up here. Go ahead.
no, go ahead. 5 Fifths.
Nah, go ahead, Fifth. Hey, Fifth.
I do a lot of talking all the time, man. You a new
Oh,
voice guy, man.
talk, man. And this guy, go ahead, man.
Well, I was gonna say 5 Fifths. I hope you and your wife.
Yeah, all I was
I hope
saying
you.
was it's like, yeah, I think I'm on a little delay. Let me leave and come right back. I'm making on the delay.
No, I was just gonna say, it ain't never too late as a man to want to build a relationship with your children. Don't ever feel like you can't get, you can't make up for lost time. But I like one thing I told my father over the years. I said that I'm gonna give up all the old shit, and I said if you want to have a relationship with me, I'll let you have a relationship with me. I won't take that away from you because we stronger together than apart. And Jay Quill, and I know with your kids, I don't know the extent of your relationship, but shit, moving forward, I mean, you can always still build a great relationship. And your daughter's gonna need somebody to show them how they need to be treated. The fella's gonna need somebody to, man, I just need to ask you this question. And you've been through it. So that's your job. And you want to protect them, you want to love them, and don't give up no matter what. And and I know Tazo, shit, you a fucking you a fucking beast, so you gonna be fighting. So I would love to support you guys. Want to see you guys prosper and whatever it is that you guys want to do. And I wish you guys the best.
Nah, the relationship with my kids, it's a whole lot better now. It's way better than it was before. Everything's a whole lot better now. Just that my little son, he 11 and going through that with his moms, but everything's a whole lot better now, man. A whole lot better now. Because I had to learn, brother. I had to really learn. You know, it took
And
me
you
a
know
minute.
what? One thing that I feel like too, as men, that we gotta understand too, is that we growing as men. Shit, I learned something that changed my mind on how I used to think all the time. So, I'm trying to evolve and be better. I'm trying to be more open-minded. So, it's a progression thing too. So, I mean, I feel like people too hard on themselves. Dude, we ain't gotta be perfect. This thing ain't gotta be perfect. We
No,
just we just gotta try to just be better.
that's it. You know better, you do better.
That's a
Yeah,
fact.
you do have
With the more
unconditional love.
knowledge we have, better calculated decisions we can make.
5/5. I saw you today with Ruin Cross. That was a good look
Yeah, it was me, my wife, and Rowan Cross.
for sure.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Hey, have any of you guys ever been to Oakland before?
I've been to Oakland.
You been to Oakland?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Nah, the furthest west I've ever been to is Colorado. I've tried to go to Cali though. That's on the bucket list. That's definitely up there.
Man, we
I
gonna
want to go.
change it.
Honestly, I have this vision. I have this vision of leaving Connecticut right before a blizzard and going somewhere hot and doing an upload, talking shit to everybody in my state, asking them how's the snow.
I
Nah,
I was I was gonna say, I know y'all on the East Coast. I'm on the West. I'm in Oakland. Do y'all ever come to Vegas? Do y'all ever fuck with Vegas?
nah, I want to get there. I was in Oakland. I went to a club on a boat and they served me a drink called a Cadillac.
Oh, Cadillac Margarita.
Oh,
That's
had me fucked up on the boat, bro.
oh for sure.
Yeah, gave me a
Hey,
Cadillac
yo,
on a
Jay
boat.
Quill,
It was a
is
club. It
that
was
like
a
a
bar and grill on
nutcracker?
a boat.
Is that like a, you know how New York got them nutcrackers? Is that like a California signature drink? One drink get you smashed?
I don't know, man, but the boat I was on, they had a see-through floor where you can see the dolphins.
Oh yeah.
The
That's because I
dolphins.
work I work in San Francisco. I can catch
Yeah,
the ferry to
transparent
San
floor.
Francisco, and that's how it is. They got like them little party boats and shit. That shit is crazy.
Yeah, man. I was out there for a minute, man. I came up in the club, right? We gonna change the subject on this, man. We gotta put a laugh in this shit, man. I came up in the club and I was in Oakland, right?
Uh
Now I come up in there, I got on some black, cause see down here we dress different. I had on some black slacks, some black pants, a black shirt, I had on a black Kango, man. I walked up in the club, Pimp was like, yo, player. He was like, yo, player, what ground you stand? I'm like, what? He was like, nah, what you pimping? I said, dog, I ain't pimping shit, player. He was like, nah, man, you pimping something, man. You up in here looking like this. Nah, I'm from Jersey. That's how we dress. That pimp was like, so what you eating? It's like, shit, whatever, man. I was with my cousin and girlfriend. The pimp was like, let me tell you something, man. He told the bartender, as long as there's brother in the house, get him anything you want. Player to player, recognize game. Man, I had a
Hold on,
ball,
hold
bro.
on, hold on, hold on.
I,
Oh,
So
that.
I
you were in there. Wait, so you was up there dressed sharp, and you were with your female cousin and her friend.
Uh-huh.
That's
And he
why he
thought I
thought
was
you
a
was a
pimp.
pimp.
He thought I was a pimp, bro.
no, I swear to God, Oakland niggas, Oakland Negroes, when we like, dude, we respect certain shit and we show love. It's like it ain't no hate. It's just like iron sharpen iron. Like I see you. It
Uh-huh.
ain't nothing for me to. Oh, okay. Let me get my boy a drink, and it's all good. It's just showing love. Like, dude, I didn't been out the country. If I see another person from Oakland and they be like, "Oh
Yo,
yeah,
to
you
be
from Oakland?
honest,
You
Hey,
good?"
Lane.
I've been to a lot of places, right? Let me call
Go
you.
ahead, Fifth. Nah, Fifth, go ahead, man. I don't know if he muted his mic.
Tazo, you there? Jay, I just want to show you some love, and I just want to say, man, I appreciate your content, and I'm gonna keep supporting you. And
Yeah, I don't. I hear him coming in and out. That's why I wasn't sure. So, all I was saying is, right, I be in a bunch of different states, and I be in the hood, man. I be in the fucking slums, and I get love, yo. I show respect, and I get respect everywhere I go. True, I never.
Your mic went out, man. Go ahead, Nick Scott.
oh no, Jay, I just telling you, man. I just respect all the people on the panel, and I'm a supporter. And certain stuff I agree with, certain stuff I don't agree with, and I would never let somebody disrespect your kids on my watch, just like I wouldn't want somebody to disrespect my own. But I just, keep up the good content, and you got love from Oakland over here.
Yeah, I appreciate it, brother. Appreciate it, brother. I done went from Oakland to San Diego, the Silicon Valley, had a ball down there, bro.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm telling you, if you guys ever come to Vegas, I'm telling you, I got major plug in Vegas. Will be well, Vegas is they open right now, so they got the casinos is open and the clubs is open, so it's a little different than all the other cities and shit. But
Yeah.
but yeah, we I hope just one day all the cash from YouTube. I ain't really with the beef and all the bullshit, but cats could really get together and just see like, damn, it's real motherfuckers online and real stand up cats online. Like I comment or whatever, but I don't make videos or nothing. I would like to, but the thing is, I see some of the little bullshit people be doing, and it's just a little too much because you know how like in real life, that wouldn't happen.
Nah, they said at the end of the day, man, you can't let most of this shit get to you, though, man. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah, and I
you can't
and I
let
was
most of it to you, man.
I
Exactly. That's what I was
respect
about
it.
to say. So check it out. Let me say something to you. Let me say something
Salute,
to you
Tony.
right now.
Tony, brother.
I'm gonna speak to what you're talking about. I'm going through that right now. Right. I got some person that doesn't know me at all doxing me. Right. And I don't care about that. Why? Because I'm on YouTube.
I don't know if somebody flagging it, man, but it just keep breaking up and going in and
I don't
out,
know
bro.
if my shit bugging or what, because my phone about to die.
No, I mean
Somebody
that
reporting me.
doxing and
That's
all that
wild.
bullshit. I
Hear
don't
me?
understand. I don't get that part. I really don't understand. Like I ain't gonna lie to you. It's a couple of people who I would love to see in person, but
Yeah.
then I had to check myself to say like, dude, I'm about to just turn the computer off. I'm not about to go there. But people just do too much online. Dude, I
Man,
ain't talking about somebody kids for. Dude, if I got a problem with you, what I'm gonna talk about your kids for? That
man,
makes no sense to me.
man, at the end of the day, man, you gotta laugh at the bullshit, man.
Yeah, but
Gotta find- Laugh at
but we all know in real life if somebody was doing that and you can touch them, shit would be so different. And I think that's why
Can y'all
people
hear
do
me
what
now?
they do online.
Can y'all
Yeah.
hear me now? My shit was
Well, I live
my
in a
shit was
hotel.
wilding.
Well, right now, man, I got 21 inches of snow out there. Ain't nobody playing with that shit out there, man. You be
Hey,
able
Yeah.
to
So this is
call
what
it
I was trying to tell you. Check it out.
snow,
I
man.
got somebody doxing me, right? And I don't even care about that because I'm actually trying to help people in real life in a positive way. You know what I'm saying? I've done enough negative shit in real life. I done been in prison enough. I done enough detrimental shit to this community and our community in real life. So I figure why not use YouTube in a positive way to help people in a positive way. I'm not with the fuck shit. I try to stay away from it. I try. So all I'm gonna tell you is make your content because you don't ever know. You in Oakland, you might actually reach somebody and actually help them. I mean, you never know. Because like right now, Jay Quill did this panel.
Who knows who'll be watching this video in 5 or 6 months from now? Somebody might be in the same type of predicament. Watch this shit and learn something from it, and it might actually help them. Get what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Man, it is what it is, bro. Like at the end of the day, you gotta laugh about this shit, man. Like, you can't pay it to that. Like somebody sips in with a doc. I don't care if you dox me, man. If you could dox me, you come pay my damn bills. How about that shit? You could pay my bills. And you
Yeah,
could
that's how I try. Yeah, I try not to indulge in the negativity. But you know, we're not perfect. We try. All of us try. None of us are perfect. But I feel as long as we putting out and being more positive than negative, I mean, we keep working at it and we'll grow as better as people one at a time. And the negativity, the people that are about the negative, they'll just move away on their own. They'll make up some shit to beef with you just to get away from you because you know it's like a battery. Negative and positive, they can't be right next to each other. They got to be on opposite ends. You know what I mean? So I feel if we just help each other in a positive way, man, we can make each other grow.
hey
True
man,
shit. Even if it's in real life. My bad, guy.
sometimes that negativity make you strong, bro. You
That's
need
a
that
fact.
balance. You need that to balance shit out, man.
Yeah. You can't appreciate the sunny days unless you get the rainy days. Can't appreciate that heat without that fucking snow that we're looking at right now. I'm looking at snow. I know the nigga in Cali ain't.
Hey, don't be like that.
Yeah, I'm like that. I'm doing that. My bad. Let's bring a little
Hey,
smiles to the
Carly, hey,
panel, man.
Carly Green, man. You want to come up here? You come up here, man. But Carly Green's like this, man. I don't, I don't live my life on hate, and I don't hate nobody, bro. I don't hate nobody, man. Because at the end of the day, you can always move on from a person. So I can't even live in that
Yo,
that old time frame, man. You know, I
honestly,
let
I've
everybody.
had him on my panel. I've had Collie Green on my panel. He a cool dude, yo. He's smart, intellectual. He's calm. He talks like he's chill. He been on my panel one time. He kept, I think something was going on, and he kept coming back. But now we held the conversation, came to understanding. He's cool. Collie Greens is cool, and he cammed up, and
Oh,
everything. Yeah, fuck
I'm
me
not
up.
saying that you're not. I'm just answering this question. I'm not saying that you're not.
Because he was saying some shit in the chat, and a lot of people don't even know that they projecting us to use 10% of our brain, but in actuality, a lot of people only averaging like 7. You know what I mean? So now imagine. But anyways, that's off topic. But yeah, I appreciate your panel, bro. This is an awesome topic for real,
That's
for real.
cool. That's cool, man. You know, a lot of people won't get it, man. And no, I do stuff like this not for the views. I just do it so we can have intellect and conversation about different things and some dialogue. I really care less about anything else, man. That's just me, bro. I think Tazo went to sleep over there and shit.
I fuck with you, Quill. You the bro. You know that. Can't believe we looking at all this fucking snow though.
Nah, man, we got more snow coming next week, bro.
Yeah. Yo, I
Hey,
don't know,
thank
man.
you.
We can
Thank you, brother, for coming on up, man.
always, man.
Chat, man.
Salute. Want me to fall back? Want me to fall back in the chat? What you want me to do?
That's up to you, man. I thought Melee was coming up here, man.
I don't know. So that's what I'll do. I'll fall back in the chat, see if anybody else will come up here. Salute to you, brother. I'm in the chat, man. You know, you always support. Shout out to J. Quill. Hit that motherfucking like button, you heard?
Uh-huh. I don't know what Tazo at, man, but at the end of the day, you know, hey, Black Beauty, what's going on, Black Beauty? You know, I would like a woman perspective on if a female want to come on up here, but no, it's cool, man. Nah, but it took me a minute. It definitely took me a minute to see things in a different perspective, man. Especially living up in the mountains, I ain't had no choice but to grow, but to look at things different. At the end of the day, man, life don't come with instructions, man. Definitely don't come with instructions. If that's the case, we all be sitting up here arguing over something else. You be going through something else in life. What up, Melee? All right, I got you, Melee, man. All right, I'm about to end this live right here. I appreciate everybody for coming up here. Yo, Factual, man, if you want to come on up, you come on up, because I'm about to end this, man. Appreciate you for coming up. Nick's God, Factual, Grace, Tony, Collard Greens. Oh, Collard Green, I hope I'm saying your name right, brother. I don't want to chop your name up. But I'm about to get up out of here, man. End this live. Salute everybody for coming up here. I'm about to get out of here. Hit the like button on the way out. If you want to hit the support the channel, hit the Cash App. Y'all see it on the screen right there. All I can say is, at the end of the day, take care of your kids, man. You know, be a father to your child, and if you're a mother, guide your kids the right way, man. Don't be holding discussions about the kid's father around friends, family, and got your kids standing in the background listen to it, because all they're gonna do is hate you at the end for this shit, though. Salute.